Today I will show you a smart and easy way to incorporate ripe bananas into your bread. Let's prepare our rocks with water and flour. So measure out 30 grams of plain flour, which is around quarter cup, into a saucepan and add in around 150 ml, which is around 3/4 cup, to the flour, and using a balloon whisk or a hand whisk, combine it so that there are no lumps in the flour and water mixture. Then now cook this for around 2 to 5 minutes on medium flame until you get a thick mixture. So it is like a thick custard mixture. Keep on stirring continuously to prevent it from burning. So once if it gets burnt, you have to start over again because it will ruin the flavor of your bread. Okay, now this is almost done and I will switch off the flame and let it cool down completely before I start mixing the bread dough. So here I am making 2 loaves of banana bread. You can take half portion to make 1 loaf. So let's see what all are the ingredients. Here I am using oats. You may use rolled oats too. So first you are measuring out. I am using this 200 ml measuring cup. I have taken quick cooking oats, powdered it, and into the mixing bowl I am adding in 1.5 cups of plain flour, 3 and 1/4 cups of wheat flour or atta, then around 3 tablespoons of milk powder. I am using full fat milk powder. Then 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt. I am using sea salt. Then 2 teaspoons of yeast, instant yeast. I am using the rapid rise yeast. Now using a dry wooden spoon, mix this everything well. Now I am going to add in the wet ingredients, which is the rocks which I prepared. It was around 120 grams. Then 2 ripe bananas, which was around 250 grams. Then I am adding some honey. So you can omit the sugar and add more honey if you want. This is a lightly sweet bread. So water I am adding around 180 grams. You are going to add water only if needed in extra, like 1 or 2 tablespoons more extra. Now using a stand mixer. If you're using kneading by hand, you can go ahead and start kneading with hand. It will take around 15 minutes. So in this, after 5 minutes of kneading, I am adding in 25 grams of unsalted butter. Then after few more minutes, I am adding 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, neutral coconut oil. Then further I will add in some walnuts and 1 more tablespoon of coconut oil. You may use any neutral oil or olive oil. So I have kneaded the dough for around 10 minutes. I will apply some in a large bowl and transfer this dough for it to rise for around 1 hour or more until it is double in size. Okay, once it has risen, I am using 2 9-inch pans. I am dusting and greasing the pans with the coconut oil and flour, 1 tablespoon each, and greasing all the sides. So this is for easy removal. Now onto the work surface, apply some flour, dust some flour and transfer this bread dough. You can see how well it has risen. I had used whole wheat flour, not atta, so you can see it's very dark in color. Okay, so I am going to shape the loaf like this. Tuck the ends, pinch the seam side, pinch it like this tightly so that the loaf does not open up, and transfer it to the loaf pan like this. Okay, now on to the second dough. I had got around 720 grams loaf each, so that was a whole walnut. I am putting it underneath. I didn't want to burn the walnut, so I have kept it inside, and I will pinch the seam ends like this so it's shaped, and you will transfer. Now I am going to brush some milk on both the loaves, and I will sprinkle more rolled oats on top of it, just to show that it's a oats bread. Okay, so you can it's optional, but I just sprinkle some rolled oats. Now you have to cover and let it rise for around 30 to 45 minutes. So the first rise was around 1 to 1.5 hours, and the second rise after shaping is for around 30 to 45 minutes. So if you over rise the dough, what will happen is after baking the bread will collapse in the oven. So maximum 45 minutes. towards the last 10 minutes, you are going to preheat your oven top and bottom coil for around 10 minutes, and you will bake it for around 45 minutes. So after 20 minutes into baking, I have covered it with aluminum foil to prevent the tops from burning. So after 45 minutes, you will take it out. You can easily release because of the oil and flour mixture you had applied on the pan. Okay, so if it's not releasing, you run a knife around the pan to release it. Now you can hear the hollow sound. So let it cool for around 2 hours. Cover it with a clean kitchen towel, and you can slice and enjoy it with some homemade jam. Jam recipes are all available in my channel. You can check it out. No preservatives or colors, just pure jams. So you can see how soft this bread is. Even after 2 to 3 days, this is moist just because of the rauks we added. These breads are very moist and remains soft for up to 4 days at room temperature or up to 8 days in the fridge. Keep it in an airtight container. Do enjoy, try, and let me know your feedbacks and comments. This is a very good recipe and it's a keeper recipe. You can try it, and any doubts, just let me know. Thank you and take care.